December, and this winter we had 2 weeks of 50, 60 below. It did not get cold or warmer than 55 below.
These trees are over 100 years old.
We were very cold for those 2 weeks in January.
And that's as big as they get.
Spots out here for blueberries and cloudberries right now around these corners are. If you guys want to come out here during any of your free time, we're more than happy to drive you out here.
What's a cloudberry?
It's a cloudberry. They're like, when we come back through this way, I'll stop and I'll get you guys some.
Okay.
They're like little pink berries. I had never tried them until this summer. I heard of them, but they taste like candy.
Huh.
They're very sweet, but they're really good. In the morning, whenever I drive out here, I always slow down a whole bunch and look down here because there's a little beaver that lives down here, and sometimes he's out in the morning. That's the plane you'll all be flying in. It's the 5 of you tomorrow. Beaver. This is Floatplane Lake. It's super beautiful on clear days. You can see the Brooks Range out here. It's where a lot of those pictures that I had pointed out in the Aurora Lodge of the Northern Lights are taken at. A lot of them are taken out here. That little cabin we just passed, I pointed back by once we do this loop, is our Aurora viewing cabin. So if you were to come back in the winter time, we have an Aurora concierge, and he stays up all night long. And if the Aurora comes out, then he wakes you up and he brings you out here, and it's heated in there. Then you can watch the Aurora.
Can you tell me the name of the lake again?
What is it?
What's
name of the lake?
Floatplane Lake.
Floatplane Lake.
Thank you. Sorry, I can only hear. So we do have a canoe. You guys can come out here a canoe, just stay on the outskirts. But it is called Floatplane Lake, which means there are float planes coming and going. It's an active airway, so just be cautious and stay on the outskirts. It's not actually a man-made lake, but you can see that airstrip part down there. That it was man-made, so that they didn't have to land on the Koyukuk River anymore. They could come start landing on this lake. This, you can barely see it because it's so overgrown right now. There's a tiny little white sign right there. There's a little trail that'll take you. It's supposed to go around the lake, but you could really only get about a half mile in. But as soon as you step foot past that sign, you're in Canute Wildlife Refuge. So that documentary I kind of hit on, Arctic Dance, is about Olas and Marty. And they're the two that fought to preserve Gates of the Arctic, and then Canute Wildlife. So they're two really big names up here, and they fought for the preservation of those lands. You'll be using the facilities. Johan, your pilot, does have a shovel and some TP on board with him, so if you guys need it, just ask. It's not a big deal. We all use the bathroom.
That's the plane. Oh, not that one.
That's that Aurora viewing cabin.
That's where we will be going.
Stop so you guys can get a picture.